gentlemen, we're going over 8 suit hacks that every man should know. Number 1 is shirt stays. Every man wants his shirt to remain tucked in throughout the whole day, whether you're wearing your suit jacket or you've taken your suit jacket off. You want that dress shirt to stay tucked in. Also, your work shirt, when you go to work, you want it to stay tucked in. If you've got a uniform, shirt stays. I've got 2 styles here. The first one is by kk&J. This one is specifically for dress shirts. The way it works, you push the little black knob into the shirt, slide it up through the metal, the thinner portion of the metal, and it grips the dress shirt. This does rely on the shirt being made of thin material, such as the material that dress shirts are made out of. These kk&J ones also rely on the fact that your socks are dress socks, specifically because dress socks are thinner, therefore you can push the black knob through and they'll work with your dress socks only. These are definitely difficult to use with like a uniform shirt. Say if you are someone who's wearing a uniform, something thicker like Dickies brand shirt or Blower, something like that, then your shirt's going to be a little bit thicker, and I would recommend going with the alligator clip. This is a shirt garter that actually slides around your foot rather than going to the sock. It slides around the foot, and it has 2 alligator clips that very securely. I've worn these for upwards 15-hour shifts on uniform shirts, where these very, very securely hold the shirt down, and considering it's attached around your foot rather than your sock, even if you're running with this uniform, with your uniform on and with this shirt garter on, I've never had any issues. I literally think it would probably tear through a shirt before it would slip off, just because it has the alligator clip with the metal pin in the middle that literally stabs through the shirt. So it attaches very, very securely. kk&J dress shirts, hopefully you're not running in your suit. Those I would say can have a little bit more of a tendency to slip off, but if you're just a businessman, they're perfect. Number 2, the slide belt. Every man should definitely have a slide belt. These are belts that do not have holes. It's a ratchet style belt, and there's a brand called Slide Belts. There's also a brand called Anson belts. Both make very, very similar products, and essentially you slide the belt through, and it has this mechanism that clicks into all these slots. Therefore, you have no holes on the outside of the belt, and you can adjust it down to much smaller increments than a traditional belt with holes, because every little slot you could just select whichever one fits best. They look sleek, great design, they're sturdy. You can switch out the buckles with the straps. Both companies sell interchangeable straps and buckles. Again, Slide Belts and Anson belts. So definitely recommend the sleek design of the slide belt. Number 3, tie bar. Some people really like tie bars, and I know they can look classic in certain situations. I would recommend that tie bars be worn only when you're wearing a dress shirt, without a jacket, without a vest. The functionality of the tie bar is obviously to keep the tie at bay. When you lean over, it doesn't fall into the sink or something if you're washing your hands, whatever you're doing. And a lot of trendy cultural stuff has gotten to where people are wearing the tie bar really, really high. Just like this, I'm wearing a suit jacket. They wear the tie bar way up here as a fashion statement. Well, the suit jacket's already keeping the tie from falling. It's inside the jacket. Same if you're wearing a vest or a jacket as well. The vest and the suit jacket are keeping the tie where it needs to be. So I would say for tie bars, if you're wearing a dress shirt with a tie and no jacket, no vest, then it could definitely be for you. Another little trick, you can use a piece of tape. If you slide the back of your tie down into those pieces of fabric that are designed to hold the back there, and then just a small piece of tape right there on the end, and that'll keep it even more secure. That way the back of your tie is not coming separate from the front. Number 4 is collar stays. If you have a collar that is one like this one where the collar is short and you want it to remain straight, then you can use what's called collar stays. You can slide it in. The shirt will come with the groove already sewn in. Slide the metal collar stay in after you've had the shirt pressed, or press it yourself, and it'll keep that collar nice and straight if that's the style you're going for. Number 5, the Thompson T undershirt. This thing is amazing. I've had my Thompson T undershirts for about 2 years now. I've worn them out in the Texas summer heat on 12, 13, 14, even 15-hour shifts, and with additional clothing over them, and they are fantastic. It's what it is. It's a shirt that has additional fabric and sweat protection layers sewn into the armpit areas, and the rest of the shirt is like a normal undershirt. It's breathable, and this thing eliminates odor. It eliminates sweat coming through if you're wearing the dress shirt, and you don't want any sort of sweat coming through to the dress shirt that people would be able to see, visible moisture on your shirt in the armpit area. And so you wear this and it blocks that sweat from coming through. Right now they sell black and white and V-necks, deep V-neck, slim fit, original fit, but they don't have nude for men. I believe they make a nude color for women, but it's very important that we have a nude color undershirt, because when you're wearing a lighter colored dress shirt, oftentimes we all know you can see through the sleeves, especially if you're in the sun. If you're outside and the sun is kind of shining through your dress shirt. So if you're not wearing a jacket and you have on a dress shirt, you can typically see the white cutoff of where the undershirt stops, because it goes from this dark, bright white color undershirt and then your skin color. So the best thing that Thompson T could do, and my recommendation for them, is make a nude shirt, a nude color shirt that matches basically common skin colors, and have maybe like 2 or 3 different degrees of darkness. And therefore, if you're wearing a shirt, an undershirt that matches your skin color pretty close, it's going to be kind of seamless underneath. You're not going to be able to see where the undershirt stops and where your skin begins underneath the dress shirt. With that being said, if you're someone who doesn't sweat very much and that's just not an issue for you at all, then definitely go with a nude color undershirt. Number 6, I definitely think every man should have a shoe polish kit. Very, very cheap. You can go to Walmart or something and buy one of these. They're not expensive at all. I've actually bought 2 of them. I have one for my black dress shoes and one for my brown dress shoes. And the black one comes with black shoe polish, and then the one that I'm using for my brown dress shoes comes with a neutral, or like a clear shoe polish. Very, very simple. It's one of those things, once again, if you have a uniform for your work, if you're someone who wears black boots or something and you need to kind of clean up your boots for your job, same thing. Definitely learn how to polish your own shoes, save that money, look that much better whenever you go out. So number 7 is just a simple iron. Definitely every man needs to have some kind of steaming device, some kind of iron where you can press your own clothes at home. When it comes to cleaning dress shirts, there's no need to take it to the dry cleaner. If you buy a new dress shirt and you want to take it to the dry cleaner for the first time, that's perfectly fine, because they'll press it and they'll basically create that line for you. If you feel like you don't know where the line should be on the sleeve, the press line, then maybe get a dry clean once, but then that line's there, and so you can wash it cold water in the washer, get your iron, steam it, press it with some kind of low heat setting, and just fold it on the same line that the dry cleaner's created. Press that same line in, get all the wrinkles out on your sleeve, on your collar, make the collar flat, press that through, and you're good to go. With suit jackets and suit pants, especially suit pants that are tapered, where it gets thinner down by the ankle, this can be a little bit more difficult if you're not experienced with the iron, and you could have some frustrations. So suit jacket and pants, sure, dry clean, but as far as your dress shirts, just cold water in the wash, use the iron, use the steamer, and you can get them looking really good on your own. Another thing about dry cleaners that I don't like is when oftentimes you get your clothes back, and sure, they've been clean and they've been pressed for you, but you'll find like hair on them or something, or lint or stuff from other people's clothing. You know, they throw all these people's clothing into one washing machine together, and you don't know what's on all those other people's clothing, and now your clothes are being washed with that. And so, to me, try and stay away from dry cleaners as much as possible. Number 8, you should definitely invest in upgrading your hangers. You know, we were just talking about dry cleaning. If you get your dry cleaning clothes back, oftentimes they're on these really flimsy wire hangers. And if you leave your suit jacket or your dress shirts on those flimsy wire hangers, you can end up with those little areas on the shirt that are lifted. They're kind of sticking up a little bit because that wire was just poking right there the whole time. With pants, they're usually folded over. Same thing, if you don't wear them for a long time after they're clean, it can create like a line across your pants to where when they were folded over, that a little piece of wooden, you know, cardboard or whatever it is, it's kind of sticky. They just throw that little tiny thin thing on the wire and fold it over. Well, when you get your dry clean clothes back, my recommendation is that you take the plastic off, keep the plastic, take everything off the wire, you know, any tags that they did, any sort of stuffing, take all that off, and then invest in some sort of hanger like this. As you can see, this hanger has the curved edges, okay? It's curved, and that way when something is hung on this over a long period of time, this nice curve right here is going to guarantee that you're not going to get some kind of, you know, angular things poking into your shirt, and therefore getting those little areas of the shirt that are stuck in the raised position. So something that has a nice curve to it. You can also get wooden hangers. You know, those are good for like deodorizing and stuff. Same thing with pants. This is actually a wooden one. You can invest in some hangers like these, and therefore take the pants off the folded hanger, and then just simply put them on these clips, and they'll hang straight. And then take the plastic that you set aside and cover your suit jacket and your suit pants paired together, each one paired together, you know, matching, and put the plastic over, put it in your closet, and you're good to go for a long-term storage. Still covered with the plastic, but also not going to mess up the shoulders or create a line in your pant leg. So last thing, one of the things I like to do, just an extra tip, next time you go out to the store and you're looking to buy some dress clothes, bring with you your ties, and think in your mind ahead of time, maybe do some research or something, you know, watch some movies, whatever you want to do to have some kind of idea in your mind of what you're going in to buy and what kind of dress shirts you want, and bring your ties with you, and then you can actually try on the shirt that you're wanting, and you can try on the ties that you already own. You know, hold them up or even tie them on with that shirt that you are wanting to buy. You could also even bring in your suit jacket and your tie, and then put on the shirt that you're wanting to buy, or you know, whatever combination of whatever you're looking to buy. You can bring in some pieces that you already own, and therefore when you try on the piece that you want to potentially buy, you'll see how it looks with the pieces that you own. This is also another great time to just explore new things. You know, I'm starting to really like the timeless wide collars coupled with the wide half Windsor knot. I think it's very masculine. Someone who has broad shoulders, wide collar, wide tie knot, I'm really starting to like that. You know, navy blues mixed in with some dark browns, very luxurious. I'm starting to really be appealed to that as I get older. And say that you meet one of the employees and they know a lot about suits and they can recommend something, and say they recommend something that's out of the box for you. You know, I personally like solid colored ties with some kind of texture, maybe like diamond texture, diagonal texture, some sort of texture, but a solid colored tie. And if someone recommends to you something that's out of the box, try it on. You know, you never know how you're going to feel about it. Alright guys, so that's my suit hacks for today. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something for sure. I'll see you next time.